How's it going, everyone? We've got a bunch of PlayStation Plus updates to go through in this video. So obviously I talked about it when we went over the last game catalog update. We had heard some games were leaving the service, and I want to go over every title that is available in the last chance to play section. There's actually a lot of games that are leaving the service, and you definitely want to know about this because it is in fact your last chance to play. I'll also go over a PlayStation Plus premium trial that just dropped recently, but we'll get to that very briefly at the end of this video. By the way, I see this over and over again, and there is some confusion when it comes to PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium versus PlayStation Plus Essential as far as how the game catalog works, games being rotated out, etc, etc. So let's break down a couple of things. So with PlayStation Plus Essential, every month that a game is available, you are adding that game to your library. It is in there in your library, and as long as you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, it is there for you to play. That is not the case with PlayStation Plus Extra and PlayStation Plus Premium. You are not adding these games to your library to play, even if you download these games, guys. I think that is the biggest misconception, where some people are actually thinking if you keep the game downloaded, once the game rotates out, it's not gonna be leaving your playable section list or whatever the case may be. That is not the case. Like, when these games leave the service, you cannot play them anymore. This is your last chance to play. Even if you keep those games downloaded, once they're gone, if you click play on those games, maybe it'll work for a couple of hours or even a day after the game leaves the service, because sometimes that happens with subscription services. But those games are gone. They're leaving, and unless they get added back into PlayStation Plus Extra, you won't be able to play them even as an extra subscriber, even if you sustain your membership as those games are leaving. With Essential, those games are available for a month, but you add those games to your library itself, and you just need to retain a subscription to play those games. So with that out of the way, let's talk the games that are leaving the service. So right off the top, we talked about it a lot. Marvel Spider-Man is leaving PlayStation Plus Extra. This is an egregious example of a game leaving PlayStation Plus Extra because it is a first-party game. Yes, I know some of you guys are like, well, you know, it's 2023 now. If you haven't played Marvel Spider-Man, what are you really doing? Well, obviously, that you can make that argument, but come on, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is about to come out. It's one of the PlayStation 5's flagship titles that is going to be a real system seller. Some people might just be picking up a PlayStation 5, you know, this year, earlier this year, maybe soon thereafter. What if they get an extra subscription? Why is this game leaving? It just doesn't make any sense. And hey, some people may even want to replay the game. Let's say they bought it on disc, and let's say they don't have a disc-based PS5. They have a digital PS5, and they have a Plus Extra subscription, and they wanted to replay the game. There's just so many different situations where it does become relevant, and you don't want this to be a regular thing where games are gonna get rotated out of PlayStation Plus Extra just because a future entry is coming in. I don't know if that's the reason. You know, positive side of me is thinking, oh, they're making this game leave the service because they're gonna add Spider-Man Remastered into the subscription service, and everything will be great. Well, you know, that remains to be seen, but unfortunately that is leaving the service. You've got Tour de France 2021 leaving the service, Graveyard Keeper, Deadlight Director's Cut, Homefront the Revolution, which, let's be honest, Homefront the Revolution, not a big loss there. Kona, Mighty Number 9, which obviously not a huge loss there, but still a game that has, you know, some attention to it, given that it is a Mega Man style game, a spiritual successor. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered Edition, horrible name aside, that's a great game, and one of the games back in like 2009 that I really enjoyed, and one of the earlier open world titles that I had a lot of fun with. The destructibility in that game is great, so I do recommend you to check that out at some point if you can. Relicta is leaving, Shenmue 3. This War of Mine, The Little Ones, that's a notable exclusion and a notable game leaving the service. That's a bummer. Windbound is leaving. And you do have Metro Last Light Redux and Metro 2033 Redux. I had heard a lot of people in my comment section be like they played it through Plus Premium. Remember, that was a Plus Premium offering because it's a remaster, and, you know, they don't want to offer remasters in PlayStation Plus Extra, etc, etc. But 2033 Last Light are great. Those are games you can beat relatively quickly, so you want to jump on those as soon as possible. So yeah, get on that. Kingdom Come Deliverance, another notable title that will be leaving the service. MX versus ATV All Out. Chronos Before the Ashes. On top of that, you've got Left Alive leaving the service, so that's not a huge deal that that game is leaving the service. Like, a lot of comparisons to Metal Gear were had ahead of that game's official release, but yeah, Metal Gear, that game is not. Star Ocean First Departure R, that's a notable departure as well. Really enjoyed the early Star Ocean titles. Obviously, that is an upgraded release of a PSP game, so you know, keep your expectations in line as far as what to expect, but still a pretty good JRPG. Balan Wonderworld, which is, by all accounts, pretty terrible. NBA 2K Playgrounds 2, Resident Evil, How to Survive Storm Warning Edition, Pixel Piracy, Last Day of June, Virginia, Dreamfall Chapters, and Pathfinder Kingmaker. So those are the roster of titles that will be leaving the service. I believe all of those will be leaving on May the 15th, so you know, bummer there. I think the biggest notable one is Spider-Man that I'm personally upset about, just because it's a first-party game. The expectation should be that first-party games are going to be the seller of these subscription services, and those games are always going to be in the, you know, in the game catalog, because you know, Sony has the rights to the game. They don't have to pull Spider-Man. They're just doing it, I imagine, because Spider-Man 2 is going to be revealed here very shortly, probably at the end of May or early June. If Spider-Man 2, I mean, I'm talking about the gameplay, by the way, and the big promotional push. If Spider-Man 2, like I've been expecting, is getting its full gameplay reveal at the end of May or beginning of June, how else am I supposed to perceive Marvel Spider-Man leaving the subscription service? Like, can it be any other reason? Again, a little bit of a small chance that maybe they'll roll out Spider-Man Remastered, maybe there's something else going on, but yeah, like, to me, that's like an obvious indicator of what's going on, that they just want to start selling Spider-Man Game of the Year Edition. They want to start selling Marvel Spider-Man Ultimate Edition to people as well, you know, at a premiere price instead of just having it as a part of a subscription service. So, you know, kind of whack in my opinion if that's the reason, but hopefully May gets a solid roster of titles being added, and we know Humanity is going to be a day one release as a part of Plus Extra, so you know, that is at least something. Again, those games, I believe, leaving on May 15th. I do also want to quickly note Disney Speedstorm just dropped, and it does have a PlayStation Plus game trial for PlayStation 4 and 5 if you are a premium subscriber, so you can check that out. Ultimately, that game will be a free-to-play title, so at some point you can play it completely free-to-play, but with a PlayStation Plus premium subscription, you will get a 2-hour game trial. This is on top of the other Disney title, Disney Dreamlight Valley, that is available as a part of a Plus Premium trial. So you can try the game out. Obviously not the full game. The standard Founders Pack is $29.99. There's a deluxe Founders Pack for $49.99 and an Ultimate Founders Pack for $69.99, so you can check all of those out. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a bummer with all of these games rotating out of the service. Like, to me, Spider-Man, very lame that that's leaving, but some titles to check out before they officially leave. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered Edition for sure. This War of Mine, The Little Ones, Kingdom Come Deliverance, although that is a lengthier game, so trying to complete that game is going to be a little bit of a struggle. That's why I would also look at games like Metro 2033 and Last Light, a little bit on the shorter side of things, and they might be worthwhile to check out. Star Ocean First Departure are, again, a lengthy JRPG, so might not be something you want to get into, but that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.